Hello, this is Andrew Collinson at the New Digital Economics Brainstorm in Silicon Valley. It's March 2012. I'm here with Mike Manzo from OpenNet. Hello, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Mike, what do you do for OpenNet?
I'm OpenNet's Chief Marketing Officer, so I manage all aspects of marketing communications, and product management.
Thanks, Mike. Now, we've just been working on a white paper with you guys looking at the prospects and implementation of two-sided business models. We've learned a lot from it, but Mike, what were the main things that came out for you from this paper?
It was a very interesting project. What we did was it was actually a research project, and the white paper captures the results of that research, where we talked to a group of what we would call over-the-top content and application providers, people that build capabilities that consumers or enterprises would use over a connected pipe, a data service. And we talked to the operators to ask two basic questions. One, what are the types of services that operators might make available to the over-the-top community that the over-the-top community would want to buy? And the second is, if there is mutual agreement to those things, what's holding it back? What's preventing it from happening? My takeaways were, I guess, a few takeaways. The first is that there is a list of services. I think, actually I should backtrack. One of the key takeaways is that there are, this is a polarizing topic. There are people that believe it'll never happen, that there are no opportunities, that the over-the-top community has figured out every capability that needs to be enabled, whether it's location information or subscriber data or anything else. They've figured out how to do it on their own, that they don't need any help. And so there are naysayers, and then there are proponents. There are people that believe it can still happen. The second takeaway was that there were a list of things that there seemed to be general agreement, not unanimous agreement, but agreement generally with the population that there were capabilities operators could enable that the over-the-top community would want to pay money for or share revenue to get. And then the third takeaway, I think, was that there are some inhibitors to success here, and that perhaps the biggest of them is a combination of the culture within operators, and it's a culture that doesn't tend to embrace innovation, doesn't embrace a pace of innovation that perhaps the over-the-top community does embrace. And that there's an investment that's required by the operators to make this happen.
Good. I should just clarify, the white paper is actually, STL Partners has done this research, kindly paid for by you, but with these communities. It was written by our chief strategist, Chris Barraclough. Very, very interesting paper. For me, one of the things you describe is this very polarizing impact of these ideas, and there are these people, some people who are saying it'll never happen, some people saying it can and it will happen. And we were talking just now about being, for tier one operators, this really is there's no question about the position of this opportunity, whether it's one that they can address, it's whether they will address it. And how would you characterize the learning about the difference between those who are saying they can and those who are saying they can't or won't?
Well, I think that there are those. Well, let's step back. The operator community has been talking for about 10 years about their fear of becoming a dumb pipe, or said another way, their fear of becoming a utility. Yeah. I would argue that that fight is over, that they are a dumb pipe. The dividend yield rates of operators in the S&P 500 exceeds that of utilities today. The growth rate of the global telecom market was 6% last year. It'll be 3% in a few years. They are absolutely utilities. The growth is out of their businesses. They are no longer looking. It doesn't appear that they're looking for high growth opportunities. They are managing a business. The innovation dollars that they spend today are spent to either neutralize their competitors or decrease their costs. They're not doing anything meaningful to differentiate their services. So I think that those that are polarized in the direction of believing it will never happen are simply those that look at the operator community and are resigned to them living the fate that has come to pass already, that it won't change, that they are not capable of embracing a new culture required to create these new high-growth business opportunities, that the fight is over. And then there are those that just haven't given up the fight. I, for one, believe that the opportunity remains strong for Tier 1 operators, and I believe that if it's done correctly, and there's some characteristics of what I think it would take to make it succeed, that the operators, in some cases, not all, will be able to succeed in this area.
I think the way we characterise it, we say you have to be a smart pipe, because we wouldn't we wouldn't accept even a dumb pipe thing. You have to be a smart pipe and have those capabilities, and that for a proportion of people they have the opportunity to create smart services models. I think that was my take out from it, and there are steps in that, but we probably haven't got time to go into all of that today. And really, the best thing we can recommend is for people to have a look at the paper and read it, and then maybe have further conversations with us about it. So, Mike, thank you very much for the time today. Pleasure to see you here, and look forward to speaking to you anon.
Thank you.